today I'm going to bring you something a little bit different. A Proton with 2 badges. You can't mistake that is a Proton, but this is a little bit different because where is the roof? This is a Proton convertible. And I'll just rewind a little bit because I'm going to turn around and just show you, relive my footsteps. I come walking down Retro Havoc, making video, picking up cars, looking at different things. And I'm right at the end. And really, at the end here, you have all kind of like, the not too important stuff, the leftover stuff that doesn't fit in the hot specs of the show. And then I looked at this, a Proton Satria convertible, and I'm like, hang on, I don't know Protons that well, but they don't build convertibles. So I dug out the owner, Jay, over there, and he said, yeah, Proton don't build convertibles, apart from this one, and another prototype that never appeared into public. It stayed with the OEM, and I guess by now it's probably been crushed, but this was a prototype with an interesting story. Proton wanted to get into the European market, and this was their key weapon. Man, imagine a Proton convertible. I'm still getting my head around this completely. Anyway, the owner, Jay, he's put a lot of information onto this card, so I'm going to read you through it. But first of all, we'll just have a quick look inside because the cockpit is pretty stock, apart from the button to put the roof up and down. And you can see it's really got this whole 90s feel. It's auto as you expect in this market. Fairly decent back seats. We've got the roll hoop here. So it's kind of got like the whole Cabrio thing going on. We've got the hoop here. We've got the B-pillar trims there. And here's the convertible, which looks pretty aged, but it works. I guess they probably have some sort of cover that goes on there. And you've still got a boot and the luggage area in the back, and that's in a real period 90s purple. So let me read off the card, what was going on with this, and then we'll go over to Jay to kind of tell us a story, how on earth he came to get his hands on this car, because OEMs never sell off prototypes, they always crush them. But it seems Proton had a fit one day where they decided to flog a load of prototypes off. Luckily, the right day, the right time, and this is preserved for posterity, and it's a Retro Havoc 2024. Owner Jay has put a bit of information together on this card, and we can see the 2 prototypes. We can see the purple one here, this one on like a photo shoot. We can see the blue one in a car show, and you can see it on the front of a magazine as well. And here it is at Sepang Circuit. Here we've got another one, looks like a photo shoot style, and here it is, the 2 cars at the factory. So let me read this information to you, and then I'll go over to Jay to give a bit of background how he got this car. It's developed by Proton and a convertible specialist from California. While Proton was already well known in the UK, the objective was to break through into the European market, focusing on Germany. At the time, small numbers of the Proton 300 were sold in Germany, France and Turkey. 2 prototypes were made, the first prototype purple, the second one in gold. The first purple prototype using the Proton diamond emblem, which later became replaced by the tiger emblem. The first purple prototype debuted at the 1997 Frankfurt International Motor Show. So let's just stop one sec, because this car has been across the world to Frankfurt, and it was also used at the 1998 Commonwealth Games to carry Dr. Mahathir, the Prime Minister, around the stadium during the opening ceremony. So this has also carried the Prime Minister of Malaysia. This is quite special. Anyway, like everything else that I come across since I've been in Thailand, the financial crisis whacks things on the head, and this project was shelved. Proton also quit the European market, except for the UK, by 2001 due to poor sales record, and it was over. The Satria Cabrio, both of them were auctioned in 2020, but the gold prototype was later withdrawn from the auction. Don't know where that is now. The purple prototype belongs to Jay, the owner, who is over there, and we're going to speak to in a minute. And the restoration was done by these guys here.
I'm Jay. So this is one of two Satria Cabrio that is a prototype car where Malaysia produced, sent to US to be done the drop top. So this is it. So this car is, I think Proton scrapped it because of the condition was quite pretty bad. Then after that because there were rims to make. This set of rims I think was stolen and some of the things are not in the car. So when they found the car, I think it's not so in good condition. So now I think they scrap it off. So they send it to Pickles auction to do an auction, see whether anybody wants to buy it. So there's one guy who bought it, I think about a month. He bought it over, but he has no money to restore it. So he sold it off to me. I bought it over and I restored it to the current state. It's a 1.6 liter engine with auto transmission, and this is a very special car because the top can come open and close because it's using hydraulic automatic system. So this was supposed to be a very successful project by Proton, but 1998 our Malaysia has a bad recession, so currently they didn't start with they didn't go with the project. So other than that, this car, the special of the car is the top. I want to open and close the top and see for you to see. It's automatic, so we can close top. And open it. So it's a very special car supposed to be, but Malaysia didn't go on with the project. Now it's just a prototype car, and I'm lucky to own one of Malaysia's Proton's special cars.